Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of my YouTube channel. Yes, so today we're making porridge beans and yam. Please, if this is your first time of coming across my video, please do it to click at the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. So we're all in the house and everyone was just tired of eating rice because it was Christmas period on this day. So everybody was tired of eating rice, just the regular carbohydrate kind of food. So we wanted something different from the rice now, the Christmas rice of every day. So I came up with this idea of cooking beans and yam. Yes, so I know it's not a new thing, but it's a new thing in my house because we don't often cook it in the house. It's not a regular kind of food in my house. So on that very day, I went into the kitchen and I started cooking. So this particular day, these beans cooking brought a reflection of what happened when I was still 11 years old. I traveled to Enugu with one of my aunties. So we went to Enugu, a place they call Gariki. There's this market around that side. So we went there to get chicken food. So while we're inside the market, there's this particular side where they process cocoa to Milo and all of that. So I saw these Hausa men. I saw them putting otapiapia inside beans, like plenty of beans on the floor. So they were just busy pouring otapiapia on it. So I called my auntie's attention because I was so amazed. That was my first time seeing something like that. I called my auntie's attention. I told her, Auntie, come and see, these Hausa men are trying to poison Nigerians, that they are putting otapiapia into that beans. Like, see, she laughed, like my auntie laughed so hard. She then drew me close and told me that this otapiapia is not there to kill people. It's there to kill those insects, those roots inside beans. So I was like, so if they pour it, what then happens? How will people eat their beans and be healthy? So she said that. Then she went into this explanation. That's the whole process of how I prepare these beans. She said before you would cook your beans, you have to boil out the water, just like your normal white rice. You parboil your white rice, but this beans own, you have to boil it well so you could pour out this chemical that you're seeing. Yes, I was still small, but then I've not started cooking, but I think those memories were still in my head, and that's the process I've been using to cook my food these days. Yes. So she told me that you have to boil, and if not, if you don't boil it, you're going to cook beans that will later react to your stomach or maybe cause some damages in your system. So I said, okay. So today, if you check this cooking, you see that I first of all boiled my beans. Yes, it was boiled, like it was done already. So I had to pour out that water. Yes, that chemical. I don't know if you're doing yours too. Auntie, uncle, please do boil your water out. It's very necessary. Yes, it's necessary to boil that first water out. So I went in by blending all the blendables. That's the pepper, the garlic, and onions with my crayfish. So if you say I blended the crayfish and the onions and garlic together, then I blended my crayfish separately because I had the intention of putting them on a different occasion into the food. I didn't want to blend all together. So I blended it all and it was all ready. So I went in by putting in my oil. So I had to fry. I had to make sauce for this food first before going into the cooking proper. So I just stir fried the oil, not too much. Then I added my onions. Stir fried my onions, not too deep. You don't have to fry it too deep. Then I went in by putting my blended pepper, onions, and garlic. Yes, I use garlic in cooking my beans. I don't know about you, but if you try this method, I tell you, you won't regret it. So I added garlic to that blended pepper and onions to give these beans there's this particular taste it adds to these beans. It added to these beans, so that was why I added garlic. So after that, I went in by putting my crayfish. Now if you check that crayfish, it was plenty. we use enough crayfish in cooking our food. We don't use maggi to in replace of crayfish, because I know so many people don't like putting crayfish in their food. They just prefer using maggi. And maggi, if you check from the news or from the updates, the last update I checked about maggi, the chemical they use is very high. Like the concentration is high, very high. So they don't advise elderly people to use maggi anymore. So in my house, we use more of natural spices like ginger, garlic, turmeric, rosemary, and all of that to make our food spicy, instead of going to buy all this normal spice we know in the market. So that was it all. So at this time, I was already done with my cooking. So I was stirring to mix very well. You have to mix it very well in order for the food to mix well, so that you don't have particular side that has the sauce more than the other side. So I went in by mixing it properly. Yes, after mixing it properly, I went ahead to close my food and allow it to boil very well. Then it was ready. Thank you. We have come to the end of this video, and thank you for staying to the end of this video.